It is another day. It's another morning. I'm not going to say it's good because it's not. But
Sorry,
here we
man.
are. What?
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You'd think I would
Bears
be used
lost
to this by now. 36 years as a Bears fan. You'd think I would be used to this now. I wish we would have just got the shit stomped out of us like your team did. Never any hope, never anything, never feeling good, never excited. And I was hesitant. I was anxious going into the game, had anxiety about it. I thought it was going to be close, right? But I was like, I'm really worried. And then off to a great start. Everything's rolling. Pick 6. Fuck yeah. Winning game 1 against a top 5 defense, against a great team. Hell yes. Now here we are today.
Yeah. At least with my team, you can expect the worst. You're kind of like, all right, we got the ball. I expect them to throw an interception here. Oh, hey, we did it. All right. A little shake of hope with my Miami Dolphins. Oh, man, they ran for a first down. Could it be? Could we have a run? No, he fumbled. It's one of those things. So that's how we watch, that's how we watch the game now. We just expect the worst. We're like, wow, I'm surprised the other team hasn't scored another touchdown yet. Maybe today. Maybe the day the Dolphins will win. No, not really.
Somebody in the chat said, are you guys going to cover the UFO hearing? Fuck no.
Is that today? I don't even know what that is.
I know. Look, Gary covers all that stuff. Forbidden Frontier, they do a great job covering that shit. I personally, here's my opinion on aliens and UFOs and all this shit. I don't fucking care. I don't care.
That's my opinion too.
If all this shit is real or whatever, and they've like traveled here, interdimensional beings or where from far, whatever it is, I don't care because they could destroy me with a snap of a fucking finger. Like they probably come down and look at this world and they're like, wow, what a bunch of goddamn retards. Like I could not give two shits about aliens, because if this shit is real, and I really don't care if it is or not, they're so much more advanced than we are. We are nothing to them. We are fucking ants to them. So why does it even matter? It's not even something to worry about. It's like if a fucking asteroid is coming to like blow up this entire planet, what are we gonna do?
I'd rather not know.
Who cares?
Somebody by the name of Hunter. I usually don't have the chat up. Says, you mean the man who still has me banned? Where do I have you? Where are you banned? What channel? I'll look into that. Maybe one of the mods. I don't know.
Jay's a banner. I believe it.
I hardly ban anybody. Hunter. What channel was it? I'll take care of that.
He did you wrong. Look, my policy usually is, unless you're spamming, you don't get banned, because we like to make fun of people.
Yeah, same.
That's usually the case, but you never know. Yeah, it's a fucking dog shit day. I hate everything. I hate everyone. I hate myself. I hate my team. I hate the world. But the show must go on, Jay.
It must go on. That's right. That's it. We've got a great show today. Sent Ryan a few things to look at. And
let's start off with the one that maybe this can make us feel better, Jay. The John Candy. You were very excited about the
yes.
John Candy like little documentary or whatever that they've got coming out.
I didn't know this existed. Somebody sent it to me, and apparently Ryan Reynolds is involved. Canadians taking care of each other, I guess. And they're making a John Candy documentary. I love John Candy movies. He was like the uncle you wanted to invite in your home. He was awesome. He just made those movies that everybody loved, and everybody enjoyed. So I guess this is coming out on Amazon Prime October 10th. Tomorrow. No. Next month tomorrow. My God, I'm in September. Yeah, I'm in September. So yeah, it's almost 3 minutes, but man, is it just like I don't know. It was shocking, to hear that he died. John Candy died at the age of 43 years old in Mexico while working on a film. So he was on his last film that was released. He was almost finished with the movie, and he was just in this. He was obese, obviously, and had a massive heart attack. I think that's what. Yeah.
Let's watch.
I can't tell you what was right about John Candy or what was wrong, but he was my friend, and I don't want to cry, but when I see him, when you see his face, I mean.
Who are you?
I'm a Mog. Half man, half dog.
Gus Polinski, Polka King of the Midwest.
Del Griffith, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
This is a lovable guy. This is a guy who, the minute you see his face, you're going to smile. He was...
It is crazy that he died so young, but it feels like he was in so much stuff for
I know.
a period of time, Yeah.
That's the thing. He was in a lot of movies. So
amazingly funny.
Thank you.
He was one of the top performers out of all of them.
Guess my secret to acting would be I pretend real hard.
Even though John did distinctly different characters, John was always there.
He was so gentlemanly and so Canadian.
Nobody had bigger expectations for himself than John.
And then all of a sudden, it kind of jumped to a different level.
I'd made winning my whole life. And when you make winning your whole life, you have to keep on winning.
You've been in more turkeys than a stuffing mix.
I think the weight of everything he was doing was just too much.
The hazard of this business is that it's very unhealthy for people pleasers.
You can't really do favors for people.
It's a bottomless cup of coffee.
If you go a whole lifetime eating your feelings, drinking your feelings, smoking your nerves, it shows up.
That's the path I'm on today, Jay. To be honest with you, with my Bears. Just saying.
I'm gonna narrate your documentary.
Well, it'll take a couple takes to probably mispronounce some stuff.
Some things that are just painful. That's it. And you can't make them not painful.
Hollywood still reacting to the shocking news.
John Candy is dead at the age of 43.
But it's the face you put on the world that defines who you are.
He lived his life very much like the movies. He was the child that made everyone happy. And he was the adult that did that.
I remember John caring when not a lot of people did.
Every time you go away,
This is no meager life we reflect on today.
you take a piece of
This is as full a life as any human can live.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Jennifer. How you doing?
Magnificent of visage, eyes and frame, a titan of a gentle, golden man.
Well, you think what you want about me. I'm not changing. I like me.
Looks like he's gonna be sad, Jay. Why do you want me to watch this?
Well, I mean, they're gonna, talk about his life, and he's in one of your favorite movies, man. Cool Runnings.
I love Cool Runnings.
I like documentaries. I hope it's not too Debbie Downer.
Somebody who died at 43. Of course, it's gonna be depressing.
I mean, look, you gotta remember all the look at this. Here, I'm gonna share my screen. Look at this. Look at these amazing movies that we all have grown to love. Cool Runnings, Rookie of the Year. He was awesome in JFK as that attorney. You know, wasn't really comedic role. Uncle Buck, Home Alone.
So, some of these were like very small roles.
Yeah,
right?
like cameo. Right, Home Alone would consider.
Home Alone, really small role. Rookie of the Year. He was the announcer. I don't even know if he was in the credits, but yeah, like fairly small roles and stuff. But
Little Shop of Horrors. Armed and Dangerous was a great film if people have never seen that one. These are, yeah.
Uncle Buck.
Summer Rental is like one of my favorites. That thing is freaking hilarious.
Summer Rental's good.
He voice acted in the movie Heavy Metal. We can see all these naked women in cartoon form. He was in he was the cop for the theme park in Vacation. That was pretty good. I don't remember him I haven't seen Splash in forever, but yeah, these are all like supporting roles.
A lot of them were and to be like especially a lot of the SNL guys and stuff like that, like that came out in this era.
They're all friends.
They would often like just come in for a little role or whatever in each other's movies and stuff. So
that's like in Happy Gilmore, all his friends, you know.
Yeah.
They would all like pop in and do roles. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the only Thanksgiving Day movie I think we have out, except for the horror film.
Spaceballs.
Where is The Great Outdoors? I don't see that on here. But yeah, he was in Great Outdoors, Spaceballs. It was a lot. Yeah, you're right. Like he died at 43, but man, it seems like he was in a lot of things. A lot of things. John Candy. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it.
It seems
I'm
like
sure it all can't be sad. I'm sure it all can't be depressing, you know. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did that on purpose.
How do you
have
like,
a favorite Candy?
How do you
movie?
make it into a nice story?
Yeah, maybe.
This guy ate and drank himself into a 43-year-old casket, like. But he made everybody else laugh.
Yeah, that's true. You have a favorite one? Would it be Cool Runnings for you?
I love Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year
is like one of my favorite sports movies of all time. As a young Cubs fan, to see like a 12-year-old kid who was a Cubs fan become like an
that's
MLB
the one where the
pitcher.
kid breaks his arm, right?
He breaks his arm.
And
he sucks at baseball. He sucks at baseball. He breaks his arm, and it like has to be put in a fucking cast like this because of the way it happened. And when it gets taken off, they're like, "Oh, your muscles might be a little tight. Your tendons might be a little tight because of that." He goes to a game in the bleachers. The Cubs are miserable, of course, and shit. A home run, like there's a home run that gets hit. And, opposing team, when you hit a home run, the bleachers, you better throw that shit back. Those are the rules, right? If you're sitting in the bleachers. So he gets it from like center field and just fires the ball directly to home. And the owner is like, oh, we got to talk to this kid. We got to talk to this kid right now. Like they're thinking like, look at the money, thinking all this stuff. And the kid ends up being a focal point of the team and, the rallying cry for this team. And the old pitcher who's done ends up with his mom. Like it's a great movie, okay? And then he loses it. He loses it after he hurts his arm again. And so he's got to like do some slow pitch bullshit. I love Rookie of the Year, dude.
We might have to invite you on the Monday Hangover when we do that film.
Maybe,
as if you don't have enough streams on Monday.
Make it after NFL season.
Okay.
Because it's like...
yeah.
Bro, now my Mondays are like, this stream...
You don't leave that seat, do you?
Yesterday I didn't much because I had a lot. I had stuff going on in between that I had to do. But yeah, this stream Monday evening quarterback at 6:30, FML at 9. Yeah, it was rough. It was. It's a lot.
Would have been different if the Bears would have won. Would we have seen a little more like energetic, maybe?
I mean, so stoked this morning, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Master Austin with a gifted membership. Thanks, Master Austin. Alex McCarthy, Shiitake, Meta PC code RK Outpost, or Drunk 3PO.
Thank you. Alex. Thank you.
Eric K, Bears gonna Bears. Yeah, at this point, I'm starting to think that doesn't matter the GM, doesn't matter the coach, doesn't matter the quarterback, doesn't matter the year. Everything's the same.
When was the last time they won a Super Bowl? Was it the 85 Bears?
1985,
Yeah.
Well, the 85 Bears, I guess technically it might have been in 86 when the Super Bowl was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
85
Super
Bears.
Bowl shuffle.
They called the shot, man.
Yeah.
And we're still hung up on that. They did the 40th anniversary of that team celebration before the game.
They lost one game that year
to the Dolphins. Yeah.
That would have been a great Super Bowl, but Miami, of course, in Miami fashion, screwed it up and lost to an underperforming Patriots team. The Dolphins and the Bears, that would have been an awesome Super Bowl. As soon as the Patriots got to the Super Bowl, it was over and done. So,
yeah, the
Bears weren't losing that game. That's
one of the most lopsided Super Bowls in history.
That would anyway.
Keenan, have y'all been on a swing ride at the amusement park?
Yes. I don't really do that much anymore.
Swing ride.
Are you talking about like
the ones where
way?
you sit? I don't know whether he's going like this or the ones where you sit down in like a big kind of chair with it attached to a chain, and as it spins, it like moves you out as you go around. You know what I'm talking about?
You see the one at Icon Park that goes up so high in Orlando? Those chairs where like all those people died. Kid died. They took that ride down. They had another incident before that.
Well, no. That was not one of those. That was
no. I know, but I'm saying the same theme, like the same area.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all their attractions that they built at Icon Park. Except for that swing that goes ridiculously high.
Yeah.
And all you got is like a little bar to keep you in. It's like that's not for me, man. I will not do that one, especially with the attraction of that park. Having people die on that park.
Yeah, some fat kid fucking couldn't get buckled in and fell out.
He fell out. Oh man.
Who do you think has to clean that up? Like whose job is
the
it?
people at the park, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like whose responsibility is it? Like to clean that shit up after the cops are done with any investigation.
They probably go in the middle of the night, right? Like when it's closed, I'm assuming, to try to. Ugh.
I don't fucking know. I know for some people, like if you have if somebody dies or whatever, like at the house, and like whether it's like an accident, like whatever, the cops might come in, like do their investigation, do all their stuff, and then if they give you like the go ahead, you're responsible. Like they take the body, but you're responsible for like cleaning the shit up sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's like. You know, if burglar comes into your house,
it's your house, you know,
you shoot his brains out.
Yeah.
Florida law, you know, you're not charged or anything. They'll come in and be like, all right, we'll get the body out, but
like you got,
are for you.
Think about it, you got to clean the brains off this fucking house off the floor.
I think I'd call someone and be like, hey, there's been an accident over here.
Consuela.
Yeah. I think I'd call someone and leave for a weekend.
Hey, Maria. Got a job for you.
Yeah.
That's where you find an illegal immigrant, you know. They'll do the job. But like for that's what I'm like for like big public things like that. If like if somebody fucking dies on the sidewalk, is there a guy employed by the city that is just like sitting there with like some cleaning solution and scrubbing blood off a sidewalk? That's my question, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's like the people that will come to your house if like you have a flood and clean all that up. They also clean specialty things too, but I don't know what that specialty stuff is. Could be bodies. Hey, before you listen, we got breaking news, man. This is great. This is great news coming out of Cracker Barrel. I don't know if it's breaking. I think it is. This is the first I've heard of it. You guys, all the comments, the tweeting and all that stuff. They said they heard you guys. We're continuing to listen. Today, we're suspending our remodels. If your restaurant hasn't been remodeled, you don't need to worry. It won't be. It's staying. All that nonsense, all that fluff, all that talking, all that we're going to change the logo. We're going to change the inside. We're going to change it all. They were like, we decided not to change anything.
Some people in the chat are saying it's old news. This is not old news. The logo is old news, but when they came out with that, hey, don't worry, we're not going to change the logo. Well, the logo is just part of the problem. The other part was them changing everything
The
inside. The
inside.
complete modernized remodel of this bullshit. Like, that was the other part of the problem. And they didn't say anything about that a few weeks ago. So clearly
Yeah.
the pressure's still on them. Bro, they spent so much money, $700 million to like do this thing.
What a
And now
waste.
they're just being like, no, don't worry. We're not changing anything. Holy shit.
Wow. I wonder if anyone's going to get fired after that debacle.
Yeah,
So
they need to. They need to. Logan Johnson, fuck my life. Yes. That's how I feel this morning. Bro, I posted fuck my life after the Bears lost, and I had like so many people being like, he's finally tired of his grifting ways. Look at all its bottom. It's like you dumb, like you dumb cocksucking queers are so fucking caught up in that you don't even realize that people are watching Monday Night fucking football. You goddamn pussies. You
crazy thing is,
ugh.
Ryan never tweets. He's like tweets like twice a week.
Yeah.
So when he puts something out there, all these people are just like, "It's happening, guys! It's happening. He's gonna die." It's crazy people.
Well, yeah, they're very excited. I should maybe scroll through some of those mentions and see like some of the stuff that's there.
Unbelievable.
Bunghole Festival for 10. Jay don't want this.
Correct.
Keenan for $2. How long can you last on a pogo stick?
0 seconds. I probably could get one good jump out of it and the pogo stick would break. I think my girth would just end its life.
I had one when I was younger. Like when I was a kid, I had one. I could do it. I could
Get
do
some
pogo stick
jumps
right
on
now.
there.
Yeah, I could do it.
I
Give me a
gotta get
couple
one
like
good
little
one.
warm ups, or like give me a couple little warm ups to get used to. But I could fucking do that thing.
You know, like the first jump, and then it kind of like the weight will just carry me over.
Tobias, the surest sign of intelligent life in the universe is that they avoid Earth like the plague. No smart aliens would come here unless we're some reality TV show for them. Agreed, Tobias. What do they think of furries? Michael King, member for 5 months. If I was abducted by aliens, I would consider it a rescue mission. Yeah, you're telling me that these motherfuckers travel from other dimensions or from across the universe and some shit, and they just come here, kill a couple cows, and like butt rape a couple dudes? Like that's what they're here for? Like, come on. Like, you know, like what are we
Anal
fucking
probing.
doing? Like what are we doing?
We have superior technology. We want to see what's up your butt.
Yeah. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Keenan, ever hear the Prince song, The Beautiful Ones?
I think so.
Probably, yeah. Bunghole Festival for 2. Spaceballs was my shit. Spaceballs is fun. They had like Spaceballs 2 has so much potential. Unfortunately, it's being made now. But like there is so much material for them to use because of how bad Star Wars has been. It could be so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Probably won't be, but
not with Josh Gad running it.
Oh. Logan Johnson for 20. Had to take my car in Friday due to a dead battery, an AWD fault acting up. And just got a notification showing the cost of repairs. Fuck my life. But I love John Candy, man. Funny dude. R.I.P. That sucks. Whenever you got like weird little electronic faults and stuff going on, it can get rough.
Especially when you get that light.
Yeah, the lights are just like they're
that.
just distractions. Just drive through them, you know.
Yeah.
Me and Jay saw a lot of warning lights pop up on my car.
I've generally felt bad for you because our road trip. That was one of the best ones. Florida, Tennessee, Dallas, back around to Florida again. It was pretty awesome.
It sucked, dude. Like,
what were we gone? Like a week, 2 weeks?
I I forget what the exact problem was, to be
It just
honest. Now at this
overheated,
point.
right?
I had an issue with a portion of the engine was overheating, and it was going to cost so much to fucking get it fixed, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. We're in the middle of this trip. We've got a schedule to keep. So I could only really make it like 30 or 45 minutes driving at a time before I started to get that overheat warning and had to stop for a while. And that's how we did the trip, man. We did the fucking trip by about every. Now when it got a little cooler outside, when the sun went down, that helped a little bit.
Yeah, we
could go a little longer
cruising.
stretches.
We were going up the mountains in Tennessee, man. It was like we could see that warning, like it was coming quick. Going down the mountain, not so much.
Yeah, it was rough. And so what I did as soon as I got back, I fucking I traded that shit in. Didn't tell them anything was wrong with it. Obviously, they offered me way more than it was actually fucking worth. I traded that shit in.
And I spilled coffee in your brand new car the next day.
Yeah, the next trip we went on after I got in my new car, Jay spilled coffee in it. Where's the Chris Farley documentary? Says Bunghole Festival. I don't know. Cajun Corey for 5. What did the scientists say when he found 2 helium atoms? He.
Cajun Corey.
Get it? Joshua Henderson, is Superman 2025 a flop or no? I wouldn't describe it as a flop. Now, this bullshit about like them putting out this, it made $125 million in theatrical profit. That's so strange because, one, it's not true completely. This is a movie that may have, if the numbers they've given us are accurate, may have come close to just breaking even, right? If the budget numbers they gave us are true. But these same organizations, they are literally just putting out Warner Brothers talking points. That's what that report is.
We don't have to crack open the article, but this is what Ryan's talking about. Following the massive success deadline. Yeah.
Well, there's a different article that came out from Variety, maybe.
Yeah.
Like talking about, and look, Warner Brothers has had a very solid year, a very good year in general. I would say Superman is like maybe the least of those things to be happy about, because although it did $600 million at the box office, when you talk about the money that went into it, but when you have things like Sinners and Weapons and now Conjuring Last Rites with a big fucking opening, a lot like their biggest successes this year have come from these kind of intermediate budget movies that are making solid money for them. And then they got the distribution deal for F1, which I think they just got paid a certain percentage off that. They didn't make that movie, obviously, so they made a little money on that. But the Superman thing's crazy because these same people writing these articles, repeating the Warner Brothers talking points, are the same people that told you a couple of years ago that with a smaller budget and marketing budget, that Black Adam needed $600 million to break even at the box office. That's so strange, isn't it? But yeah, it's Warner Brothers spin-in talking points that are coming out in that article. I would not call it a flop. I think that is a movie that if the budget is real, then they are probably in the threshold of breaking even at the box office. I think the budget's much higher. I do think it's disappointing. 100% it has to be. It's less than Man of Steel. It's less than the $800 to $1 billion that people were predicting before it came out. It is overall a little disappointing. That's why you saw the early release to digital, so they could desperately try to recoup some of those funds. But I don't think I would call it a flop. No.
But
I wouldn't.
It's definitely not a massive success.
It is not. No. But we do have, I can't believe that the person in charge of the studio greenlighted a sequel from himself. Huh.
Yeah. How does that work?
Doesn't that tell you just how incredible it is? The person who's in charge of making these decisions decided to do it. Oh yeah, come on. But there is, we were having all these talks, Jay, about who would rule the summer box office, what would happen, who's going to win. Is it going to be Superman? Is it going to be Fantastic Four? Is it going to be Jurassic World Rebirth? Well, despite the summer box office being abysmally bad with a lot of movies underperforming, the winner of those, and I'm talking about the July summer that we were talking about, obviously not back in May with like Lilo and Stitch, but the winner was Jurassic World Rebirth. And even though I didn't think it was a very good movie, it made, it's closing in on $890 million, somewhere around there at the box office. And it looks like we're going to get another one. This is a report that's going right now. New Jurassic World movie reportedly in the works. Scarlett Johansson supposedly set to star.
It looks like she's getting her trilogy. Maybe they made enough to give her own Jurassic World trilogy. What in the heck could this movie be about? Is it going to be a new pharmaceutical guy saying, hey, look, I know you were with the last one. We're different. We need to go back there and maybe get those vials. You know, is she going to cry on a boat just for no apparent reason and think about somebody that we don't even know about? Like, what's going to happen in this film? I don't know. But I kind of figured this was going to, as long as they keep making money on 100, what was that budget? 180?
The budget was only 180 million.
Yeah.
Reportedly.
If they're doing this well and making crappy dinosaur films and it's still doing well, they're going to keep churning these suckers out, man. Until nobody will show up for them anymore.
This is my recommendation. They didn't try very hard for too much like human storyline stuff that really mattered in it. Try even less. That's my recommendation. Try even less. Let us know just enough about these people to basically like maybe know their names or their role on a team or something, and then have a bunch of dinosaurs kill people and make it actually scary. Like, just do that. And it was not a good movie. Although I'll admit, I enjoyed Jurassic World Rebirth more than I enjoyed the last Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Dominion or whatever that was. I thought that was fucking dog.
I enjoyed it better than the last two.
Yeah,
I had more fun.
Really bad as well.
I don't know, man. I had more fun in watching this than Fantastic Four. I had a lot. The theater was just, I don't know. I guess I had a good theater. I got lucky where everybody was excited. Everybody was into it. Everybody was laughing, screaming, clapping.
Make it a little more like Primitive War. Give us a little more scary, a little more scary like we saw with Primitive War. That's what I would like.
Yeah, maybe they'll be like the first ever R-rated Jurassic Park film. And then maybe that'll get people back in the theaters. We'll see.
I think you need to keep. I think you can keep it PG-13 and still have like enough blood and scary deaths and
enough
even
people
some
getting chewed up.
Yeah, I think you can do it. Look at what we saw with the first Jurassic Park movie, right?
That's true. All right, that's true.
That's
true.
And some of it can just be implied deaths. You don't need to see every gruesome detail necessarily, but when Samuel L. Jackson's hand goes on and comes off and it's, all that shit. Like you saw a T-Rex eat a guy off a toilet. I mean,
yeah,
you can have some stuff.
That's true. I bet she gets a trilogy. I bet they made enough where they're going to greenlight 2 more films.
Look, you make almost $900 million on a $180 million budget. I think that does justify another one. And I don't think it's good, but people enjoyed it. People went.
Maybe they'll get M&Ms to cause the chaotic scene this time instead of Snickers.
I don't know if that was just like product placement or what.
I wonder if that'll ever come out. They're like, Snickers reportedly paid $5 million to be the rapper that causes the chaos. 5 or 10 million bucks.
Alex McCarthy for 2. Until I got paralyzed, I weighed 366 pounds. Now I'm at 186. Being paralyzed saves lives, Alex.
That's one way to do it.
That's one way. McCawk, I'm hungover. I feel worse than Beardo looks in my profile picture. Tobias for 5. Hollywood is dead. Hollywood is deadly to everyone who goes near it. Career and life. It's destroyed good people, ruin lives, money, and fame. Don't save good lives. Thank you, Tobias. Magnum Norse for 10. Liam Neeson can't replace the true Leslie Nielsen.
No one can replace him. Absolutely. But I did find that movie funny.
Bro,
you never saw that, did you?
No. The one joke I continue to see going viral from it is you killed my father or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you could be talking about thousands of people. And it's like he was like it was like, yeah, you murdered my father. That could be thousands of people. he was running away and you shot him in the back. Oh, it could be hundreds. He was white.
Yeah.
So your father is this guy. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I thought that was. I've just seen that clip floating around. That shit's funny, dude.
Wait till you see the infrared scene. Whew. Oh man, I'm buying this, man. When this comes out, hold on. Here we go. We talked about it yesterday. Where can we get the Ryan version of cream of wheat? Let's do this. Look how happy you are on that box, baby.
I got a steaming bowl of wheat.
We could change it to cream of white.
Is that what you want to eat, Jay?
No. I was trying to think of a racist joke. I'm not very good at them.
Instead, it turned gay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just stick with the crippled jokes.
Good try. Good try. A-Money Wilson for $1. First meetup in Vegas. I walked down street next to Luxor, saw a dead body on the sidewalk, saw paramedics drive up and collect the body before I could approach.
Whoa. Man, that's rough.
I'll be honest, I stayed at Luxor once and I wanted to kill myself. So, like,
same here.
Like, I feel that guy's pain.
Same here. Luxor, like some woman stole my I used to wear a fedora. Some lady took my hat. She was wearing like a it wasn't a bikini top. We had just finished the meetup. I went back to Luxor. I had a few drinks, whatever. I'm at the freaking craps table. I put my hat down and she was wearing it and like it's gonna bring you good luck, whatever. And I don't remember what happened. The hat was forever gone.
I think you're better off without that hat.
Yeah, it was time.
It was a phase, and
yeah, it was time. It was over.
It got ended, and I think it was good. I think
some lady in Vegas is wearing that hat somewhere.
She's probably dead. Also on locals, Ninroku. This isn't a complaint, but you guys save all gaming topics for TNME and the Wednesday Daily. I know you guys talk about shows, movies, and stupid actors, but the release of Hollow Knight Silksong last Thursday made a huge noticeable impact. Don't retire from Daily, Jay. It just kind of depends on what's on my radar at any given time. And I do know that those guys usually are very gaming heavy on there and on Wednesday when they come on. So that's kind of one of the reasons. But yeah, I mean, when you have an indie project like that, with a relatively small budget that's developed by a couple guys for years of their life and immediately like $500,000 on Steam on that first day and people melting down because they're only charging $20. It is an interesting story. Over on Rumble, Derek PG Beller for $1 says, did he say funky butt lovin'? Ryan gets the reference. That's Rookie of the Year. Steven Strange for $1. At least the Bears have a Super Bowl ring. Vike Queens fan. Hey, yeah.
The Vikings never won a Super Bowl.
I don't believe so, no.
Not
in my recollection. I mean, there's a handful of teams that have not, you know.
Interesting.
Lions never won. It's certainly a lot like, and it's tough to, you can't really count the teams like, oh, the Panthers and the Jags. And
yeah, that's true.
You know, the teams that were created within the last like 25 years. That's not really the same as people that have been around since the 60s and still haven't won one. Sorry, Ryan. At least the Vikings still lost me my fantasy week. Fuck my life. You're right, SC. Sorry to hear that. Tobias Rive. Generally, I'd assume a specialized hazmat team does the cleanup. Human remains are considered hazardous material and can't be handled by just anyone. Well, the remains, yes, but all the blood and fucking shit that people leave behind and stuff like that, sometimes that ends up being the responsibility of like
the homeowner, yeah.
The homeowner and shit, yes. So I'm not talking about people or just, I got a dead body. What do I do here? Obviously, like shit happens with the body itself. I'm talking about everything else. Magnum Norse. Nobody will read this, therefore I'm done.
We just read it.
Well, and then Magnum Norse for $5 says nothing. And then Magnum Norse says, Tobias is furry ass fuck. He's a demon monkey. Magnum Norse might be a little drunk. I respect
it.
I respect that.
11:30.
Ministry of Wrongthink. Cracker Barrel still lost. They've had cooks blow the whistle. All their food is pre-frozen and not cooked fresh anymore. They also make their employees take unconscious racial bias testing.
I have heard that too. Yeah, I have heard that.
Because of this attention that got put on them, they have a lot of work to do. They've done a lot of harm to themselves. There's no doubt.
That's why I was like, hopefully someone gets fired through all this stuff. So,
Carol Hall, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Carol. With a nice flower in the morning. I wish it could cheer me up. President Balls. We've traveled millions of light years to reach planet Earth. What should we do first? Shove a probe up Billy Bob's butthole.
Exactly. And then we'll take a cow.
Then we'll slaughter a cow randomly. We just want its blood. I don't know.
That's right.
Graham Robbins for 5. Cajun Corey's science joke gave me a large hadron.
I don't know what that means.
The science joke, Jay.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll rattle around and collide in your head there somewhere. Taker for 5. Ryan, your description of what 49ers fans like to do in San Francisco on Monday evening quarterback had me in stitches. Also, your evaluation of the Seahawks stadium design. I do my best.
Taker loves you, man. He freaking loves you.
I thank you, Taker. He's been around for forever.
Yeah, he's been pretty faithful.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Ryan guy for sure.
Ryan guy.
I know
it's not easy, bro.
No.
Being a Ryan guy, that's like being a Bears fan, bro. There's gonna be some rough moments. It's not for the weak.
But I have learned my place at Geeks and Gamers. Usually, I'm easier to spot than Ryan. Just look for a big guy just bumbling around. They're like, Jay, is Ryan with you? It's usually what happens 80% of the time. So, happened a lot like that. One MegaCon, I kept bringing people to. I was like, I know where he is. Follow me. There he is. There he is. There he is.
People that were like coming out of the Gina line just kept shoveling over
they're
there.
asking where you were.
Hurrah, says Vlad the man. You like cereal, no milk, weirdo. No, I like it separately. There's a difference.
It's a big difference.
I ain't just taking it dry the whole time. Like, come on. Old man Jay. In the future, Beardo is still bald.
Look at that. Is that a picture of my brother?
It says Old Man Jay. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Bob Chapek with your face on it or something. Because it is your face on there.
Got a nice haircut.
I got to get one. My hair's too long.
I just wanted to honestly, I almost too guarded the whole thing. It's just like, let me be done with it.
TGE Rook for 5. We need a book accurate horror Jurassic Park. I agree.
Yeah, I hear the Jurassic Park book was insane.
Mm-hmm. 0 for 2. Hey, Jay, where'd you get that sweet hat?
9lineapparel.com. You can also get a matching shirt for a discount. Use code DRUNK3PO20. Save you on shipping.
There you go. Bungles Twanger for 2. We were too poor for cream of wheat. We had Farina.
I don't even know what that is.
I ain't never heard of that shit.
Me either.
Cream of wheat expensive?
And I was
My
poor.
God.
Farina.
Oats aren't very expensive. Joshua Henderson for 5. These Jurassic World movies are like a fast food at this point, and everyone's getting sick of it, just mindlessly eating it up. Hey, I like fast food. Navy 2-0. Let's go Navy. You're damn right, Wasp. Let's go Navy. I got to watch Navy kick the shit out of fucking Notre Dame at Notre Dame. God, must have been 15 years ago. One of my most favorite college football experiences ever. It was right before I officially joined the Navy, and Navy was playing in Notre Dame, so got to go. It was fun. Bunghole Festival. You know where the party is, so don't even ask. We won't ask. Maximus for $1 says, shiitake. Thank you.
Hey, Ryan, look at Farina. It's the only place I can find it is Amazon. Hold on, look at this picture. Is that you?
I don't got blue eyes.
So you have cream of wheat with the black guy, and the cheaper one for the poor people is with the white kid and blue eyes.
Creamy hot wheat cereal.
Oh, look at his teeth.
Those still his baby teeth. His permanent one's got to come in. He's still got space there.
Ah.
Jester of Roanoke to aliens. What happens on Earth stays on Earth. Wasp for 5. Jade, does 9line sell white Crocs too?
Hey. Listen, she accidentally put that in like a super chat the other day and actually said something else. And now
You said
it's
white
like,
cocks, didn't you?
Yeah. They don't sell that, Wasp. Thanks for asking.
There you go. That's good to know. We got another story we got to talk about. I found this really fucking funny. If I'm going to be honest with you, I got to make sure my volume's boosted here because it's a little bit low for most of it. So make sure we're good. But Jay, we've seen the entertainment industry kind of collapse in on itself. And even though there was a couple of years of complete and total denial from people in the entertainment industry, from the media, everything, everyone knows there's something wrong with Hollywood. Now, are there multiple reasons for that? Yes, of course. When you look at the state of the industry with how streaming's impacted things, people's priorities, the bad shit that we continue to get. But one of the things that's undeniable that's had an effect on people deciding not to spend so much time on this or that from the entertainment industry has to be the activism. Whether it's the actors, the directors, the producers speaking out about this stuff, or whether the content itself is just straight up propaganda. But if you were worried that the actors wanted that to stop or finally giving up, don't worry. Because they're not, at least according to some. I found this story hilarious for multiple reasons. But here you have Ayo Edebiri, young black actress in The Bear, most famously. She's been around for a few years, but not very long. Relatively newcomer to Hollywood. Hashtag MeToo BLM aren't dead if you ask me, but you only asked my co-stars. And this stems from an interview where it is Andrew Garfield, Julia Roberts, and Ayo Edebiri. Andrew Garfield, Julia Roberts, certainly Julia Roberts has been in the industry for a long, long time. Andrew Garfield's been around for a couple decades as well at this point. A question gets asked to them. And the question is effectively, and it's from like a European journalist, so they don't speak great English. The question is effectively, hey, now that this politically correct era in Hollywood has kind of been a disaster and the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matter movement are dead, what do you think this means? What do you think Hollywood missed on? What does it mean for the future of the entertainment industry? And the question was not to the black woman. It was to the two white people. And she took that personally, apparently. Let's listen to this.
What we lost during the politically correct era and what we have to expect in Hollywood after the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matters are done.
Andrew Garfield just looks, he's like, wait, what? What the fuck? What do you mean the Me Too era and the Black Lives Matter movement are done? And are you asking me?
Andrew and Julia.
Well, okay.
Can you repeat that? And I can, with your sunglasses on, I can't tell which of us you're talking to. So
the question was for Julia and Andrew. Now
the question was for Julia and Andrew, and watch how she reacts. How offended she's getting that she wasn't asked this question.
Now that the Me Too era and the Black Lives Matters are done, what we have to expect in Hollywood, and what we lost, if we lost something with the politically correct era.
Well,
it's
I
not
didn't.
done.
Sorry, I know that that's not for me, and I don't know if it's purposeful if it's not me, but I just am curious. I don't think it's done. I agree
It's
with
not
you.
done.
I don't think it's done at all. I think maybe hashtags might not be used as much, but I do think that there's work being done by activists, by people every day. That's beautiful, important work. That's not finished. That's really, really, really active for a reason. And that work isn't finished at all. Maybe if there's like not mainstream coverage in the way that there might have been
daily headlines.
Look at Andrew, just like, yeah.
They're like, hey, let's let the black woman speak about Black Lives Matter being dead, please. Yeah.
8 or so years ago, but I don't think that it means that the work is done. That's what I would say.
And the movements have been halted anyway.
Yes.
Like the movements are still absolutely alive, as you say, just maybe not as
labeled
labeled.
You don't know what to say. It's like the movement, it's alive, maybe, yeah, or it's different.
And the thing is, the question is not about those movements, right? The question, and those movements are dead for the public, right? They're incredibly unpopular. Nobody cares about them anymore. They've been fucking exposed. Nobody cares about Me Too. Nobody cares about BLM. In fact, it's very negative when you bring up these things at this point in time. Now, in the entertainment industry, some activists still are trying to push it. That doesn't mean it's dead like that. Like, it's not like no one's trying to push this shit anymore. They are. But from the audience's perspective, it is dead. The question was about the state of the industry after going through this period of political correctness that has kind of failed. And where do you go now? That is not answered at all. Iowa Debris didn't, all she talked about was how BLM is still a thing. It's still powerful. People are still working on it. Not anything about the industry. And the wild shit is everybody's trying to make it a big deal because a white reporter asked two white people and not the black person about this question. The reason, and Vera brought this up last night, I thought it was a good point. Like the reason maybe that these two people are getting asked the question is because they've been in the entertainment industry for a while. They've been around. Iowa Debris did not have any fucking roles until BLM was already very present on the scene for these last 5 years, this era in Hollywood. She's a very young actress. Like, they're asking two people who have been around in the entertainment industry for a while and saw the start of this politically correct era and turned what it is now, and where do we go from here? Maybe that's why they got asked the question. Maybe that's why you got excluded, not because you're fucking black, but because you're like 5 years old into your career. Maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, but they're still living in like 2016, 2017. I don't even know why even ask a question like that, though. But that's Hollywood. I guess they feel like they're that important that they push the narrative, that they can push the activists, that their creative thing that they do over there is helping drive the movements and pushing the activists to be more active, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Me Too is done. BLM is found to be fraud, stealing a lot of money. So it's kind of weird question, honestly.
Well,
and poor Andrew just like, sure, the activists of the activists of the activists.
Well, I actually think the question is interesting. I think, like, if it was phrased maybe from somebody that spoke English a little bit better, like maybe it's like, imagine asking this question to these people. Hey, over the last couple of years, we've seen the entire collapse of this like politically correct aspect of pushing this propaganda, pushing the Me Too movement, pushing the Black Lives Matter movement. That has been rejected by your audience. And now the audience is fleeing away in droves. What do you take away from that? What do you think that Hollywood potentially missed out on during that time? And where do you go from here? That's an interesting question if they have to answer that honestly. Instead, they focused on the validity of the movements instead of what it's done to the industry. And now the reporter's being bashed on Instagram as a racist for not including Iowa Debris.
Of course she is.
All this shit. And
of course she is.
Look, Jay, do you think that that the white people showed good allyship in letting the black woman speak here?
Sure.
Well,
I don't know. This stuff is so exhausting, man. It is just so tiring. It is just like, I'm so over all this stupidity that we see coming out of here. But yeah, I'm sure they weren't, right?
Apparently, according to black people, it wasn't enough. This is on BET.com. Opinion. Iowa Debris schooled Hollywood on grace while her co-stars flunked allyship. At the Venice Film Festival, Debris shut down an exclusionary question with poise. But Julia Roberts and Andrew Garfield's silence proved representation without action is just PR.
Great.
So it's not even enough that they clarified to try to figure out who is being asked the question. And Ayo Debris stepped in and said her entire fucking piece, and then they were like, they echoed her shit and supported her. That's not enough. What should they do? Now, I think they should fucking actually give an honest answer about what the question was. But from their perspective, what the fuck do you want them to do? Do you want them to shout at the journalists and get upset at them for not including like this person?
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
It's never fucking.
No, it's never enough. Never will be enough. It doesn't matter what they did. It wouldn't have mattered what they did. If everything they did was absolutely right, it is their duty as these crazy activist journalists to constantly put down people that they don't like, people of color that they don't like, whatever it is. It is their duty to do that, no matter what is done. And like you said, it will never be enough. It is so tiring. I'm so like over all that stuff. I could care less. Call me racist, whatever. I just don't care. It's just like they will constantly push this stupidity, but we're getting to this place where people are just like, I'm over it. I'm over this stupidity. I'm over these people. Over it, all of it. I'm over it. Done. Never enough for you people. Never enough. What do you mean, you people, Jay? That's what I mean. Never enough.
Jay said duty.
Yeah, I did.
A lot. Ministry of Wrongthink. Ryan, does worrying about who has to clean up pieces of brain matter afterwards hit close to home for you? It's just a question, you know, just a question. After last night, maybe.
He might need to know.
Nader's Brick channel for 5. Don't talk about aliens probing. It gets Beardo excited. Beardo's running through cornfields begging for aliens to come down. Right. Old man Jay. Tucker Carlson had this guy on yesterday. Looks like Jay. It's like the problem is
that?
Like if I saw a blew up picture of it, I could probably maybe identify this person. But the way we see it and the way I see it, it's so small.
Yeah, it's really little.
It's like it's very tough to tell. It almost looks like Andrew Whitworth, but I'm pretty sure that's not Andrew Whitworth. Where the fuck? Why did I hop all the way up to the top of this?
Tired boss.
Rolling the Wretched for $20. Can't watch the Not for Long League anymore. Goodell's gone woke. Eventually it'll go broke. From the Black Anthem to the End Zone Virtue Signal to Swift doing the Super Bowl halftime show and finally queer cheerleaders. Well, unfortunately for your take there, Roland, the NFL is more popular than it's ever been. I mean, despite the complaints that people do have about it. But I respect your decision. And thank you, Roland. Hey, Ryan, did you hear Taco Bell's bringing back the Cool Ranch Locos Tacos? I did see that. Let's go. Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos. Also, hi, Jay Bear.
Hey. Hi.
Bunghole Festival. My homie George is never dead. He will always... Some slurs.
Something a woman.
Woman. Thanks, Bunghole. Magnum Norse for 5. I'm sure that Sir George will have a great time. And then Magnum Norse for 2. Jay ain't going on local railway no mo.
Oh, man. I used to live in Haiti. Not worried about that.
Yeah, look. Public transportation, like buses or trains or stuff like that, depending on the time that you go, bad shit can happen, dude. Some bad shit can happen, as we saw. Which is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But Jade, you saw that Chewbacca thing pulled up?
I thought, yeah, hold on. I did. I was showing Ryan this earlier. We get to end on a happy note. Right here. Did you know, Ryan, you could go to Home Depot? I know this is what you want in your house. And get a 7-foot animated Chewbacca. It's incredible. Wait, I got to play the video. Hold on. Let me blow this up. Look at that thing. Man, it's got a candy cane, the Santa hat. Hold on. Okay, this is the problem right here. If you give it to someone like Ryan, if he leaves it on in the middle of the night, let's say Ryan had a bad night, the Bears lose, Had a little whiskey every now and then, and all of a sudden you wake up in the middle of the night to walk to the kitchen or something, and you activate freaking 7'5" Chewbacca. You might be putting a round or two. You might be swinging at this thing because you forgot to set it up.
Yeah, like you'd have to make sure you unplug that shit at night because I don't want that thing going off. I don't need to hear that thing. It's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is, but that's pretty cool.
I don't think we have a price yet.
I saw a Goofy one from Home Depot as well. It's like Goofy sitting down, like reading a story, and he like reads a couple poems, or probably Night Before Christmas or something, and then he sings a couple songs.
There's no video, but somebody put that there. There's the Goofy that reads.
Yeah,
that could read to anyone in the house.
I think I saw this like $100, maybe $200 at Home Depot, but like, yeah, the animatronics that you can have at home, you buy them at Home Depot. Looks decent.
Someone's gonna take that and put that on the toilet and scare somebody one day.
Yeah, that's true.
Giant Goofy.
Bro, look at the feet on Goofy. Those big floppy feet.
I know.
Imagine how big the hog is on Goofy. The thing's wrapped around his knee.
Everybody wants one, right?
You like the Goofy movie?
I haven't seen it in a long time, but yeah, it was good.
I loved the Goofy movie.
It was good with Max and everything. Yeah.
All right. Well,
good father-son thing.
It is. It's a good father-son thing. But that's gonna do it for us. We've hit our time. We've hit our threshold. It's all over now. We're done. It's over. Dead. Buried. Today sucks. Today is awful. Today's the worst. What do you got going on, Jay?
Just gonna be making more comic book videos. We're going through the Duke now. We just finished Cobra Commander, and we're gonna go through Duke. So can't wait. I love making those films. Those little mini movies. Yeah, like those little mini movies with the comic book art and stuff. I love making that stuff. I have enjoyment.
Thundarius, we don't have much space, but we got a 3.5 foot tall gremlin animatronic for our vape shop for October and
cool.
December decoration. That's cool. 3.5 feet, damn. It's a big ass gremlin. Big ass gremlin. But guys, that'll do it for us. We won't be here tomorrow.
No.
Somebody will, probably. I don't care. And we might see you Thursday if we make it through the week. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, on Locals, Rumble, wherever you're at. We appreciate it. And we will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.